What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Let's Play for Full Bore. I'm Greg Miller, alongside the two guys who made Full Bore, all by themselves, no one else, because they didn't come. That's their own fault. Finn and Casey, how you guys doing?
Pretty good.
I'm doing good. Thank you for having us.
All right, now, Casey, you're going to play the game here.
Yes.
You're playing Full Bore. That is you. You're playing as the boar.
Yes.
One of the boars.
Don't spoil everything right away, Finn. Don't just jump ahead of everything. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is part one of a three-part series here. 3 videos are going up. Naomi versus Greg. We're going to play Full Bore and see who's better at it. Right now, though, this is the introduction where you guys get to explain your game and tell us what it's all about and show me how to beat Naomi.
Well, it's a digging boar simulator where you play one of 2 adventuresome boars, and you just have to explore the world and find out how everything works.
Why boars?
It's a long story. We sort of started out as more of an arcade endless down digger with score attack, and so we thought maybe a funny and appropriate character for that would be a boar, and then it just morphed into this way too long puzzle adventure game that it is now. But we kept the character right because it was good.
Sure, yeah. Look at how cute that boar is. I like him a lot. Now, you guys have been working on it for a while. Part 1 is already out. People can go grab it.
Yep.
We're getting ready for Part 2.
It's available through Humble Store, Any Game Stand, and Desura right now, and we're going to be releasing on Steam at the beginning of May.
That's exciting.
And that release will have the part of the game that I'm playing right now, which is from Part 2. And this is, in fact, probably the first video footage of Part 2 that's been released
on the internet.
So you'd call it an IGN exclusive.
This
Yeah.
is
For all your Full Bore coverage, keep it locked to IGN, you'd say.
accidental IGN exclusive.
Just like you drew it up.
Nothing.
All right, so right now you're in the hub world, or are you already in the levels? What's happening?
I am in a level.
Okay.
So I'm going to go through this level from Part 2.
Oh, you didn't get the gem.
I goofed. Well, that's fine. I'll go back in time.
How are you doing that? What are you doing?
Oh, God. So this is our concession to having a fun video game is that you are able to rewind time.
I see. I'm excited.
Yeah.
One of the big problems that we were having and players were having is that a lot of the puzzles are really long, and if you just mess one step up, it's sort of a long slog to have to redo a whole puzzle. So Jake came up with... Was it Jake?
We wanted to do it for a while, and it was one of those things where just the urge had to simmer in my brain for months until finally I figured out, oh wait, I know exactly how to program this. And so yeah, we wound up with the long-awaited feature based primarily on player feedback. And one benefit of our incredibly prolonged multi-part release cycle was that we were able to incorporate that feedback and have a better game for it.
Yeah, the first part being out for so long has been really good, just in getting lots of people to play it and,
Sure.
See what was wrong and what was working.
Yeah, they give you the feedback, right? You guys go make a better game.
Yep.
And so a lot of what I'm doing right now is kind of deceptively simple. I've played the game before.
Have you?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And so you can see with the blocks that we've got... Oops, I already messed up. Man, I am bad at my own video game. That the whole game world is made up of nothing but blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And what that gets us is kind of a simplistic view into what's going on. But the game is anything but simple. A big theme of this part of the game is that a lot of the blocks that you get to deal with are just completely falling apart.
So that's not for every level. That's just for this one.
Yeah, this is a new thing. Earlier levels are way more solidly built, but this place is a bit more decrepit. Every area's got a theme. This is the scrapyard. And the scrapyard.
So now I know, just whenever you go to that thing, you've screwed up.
Yes,
So
every single
I
time.
will be going to that a lot when I play.
Yes, but fortunately, it will keep you in the game, which is where we want you.
Yes, that's true. That seems like that would make sense for your business model.
So yeah, every place has got a theme. This place being sort of the scrapyard area. You start out in mines. If we have the time, I'll also show off some temple-y looking areas as well, and they all have a purpose. Man, I'm gonna keep screwing up if I keep talking. Finn, you gotta bail me out here.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, Finn. Put your weight around here.
Yeah, we're really happy with the way that the scrapyard turned out, especially if we go in some of the darker areas. Look really nice. All the blocks are normal maps, so they sort of have a fake 3D lighting effect, which has worked out really nice. So everything's done in 2D, but the blocks are wrapped around to make them look 3D, and then the light affects them like they're a 3D object.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I would like to think that the usual criticism of 2D indie games does not apply here because our game has honest-to-goodness shader code. And so you can see, spoilers, it's not just boars. Although I already showed a hedgehog, so, you know.
Do we get to play as the hedgehog?
No, you
No,
don't
it's
play
just
as
boars.
the hedgehog.
Seems like you might have a lawsuit there if you did.
If you keep buying the video game, maybe...
If enough people buy full boar, full hedgehog right around the
yes,
corner.
full hog. We need more hogs.
You never go full hog.
Uh-oh. Well, I guess we messed up. Maybe you go complete swine.
So now, when you guys are sitting down to make these puzzles, are you just going crazy? Because see, I can barely understand playing these kind of games, but to make them, I imagine, requires someone who's touched.
Jake, you might be able to say is touched, yes. Most of the puzzles in the game are his. I think there might, maybe, be one puzzle in the game that I did.
I've made no puzzles.
So yes, Jake is perhaps a little bit touched. We get to say that because he's not here.
Exactly. He screwed up by not coming. It's his own fault.
Yes, I will remind him of this repeatedly.
Good.
He's a mechanical engineer by trade, so a lot of the puzzles really reflect that. They're very they have lots of parts that work together in strange and perplexing ways.
Yeah, you can see here that we have these little
He
blocks.
loves, he loves those blocks.
Oh yeah, that don't fall. But also there's lasers, which are introduced in part 1, and then also there's these blue blocks up here that I'm going to dig through. And you break one, and it breaks them all. And those show up
in the temple.
in the temple area that actually happens before this that I skipped because I'm a jerk.
You gotta do.
Yeah.
People gotta buy the game, you know? You gotta give them some reason. The temple level, that's their exclusive when they play.
Yes. So the whole visual bit of the game is built around the lighting that we have, and that was kind of a mistake, or not really a mistake. Jake challenged me one day that, you know, if we want to have light be part of the game, I just have to normal map everything. And normal mapping is a technique that's used, you know, in AAA titles to make
AAA titles like Full Bore.
like Full Bore,
Okay.
that you know, have folding cloth and all this stuff, and it's a mathematical trick to kind of to get that sort of shape where there is no shape, and that actually applies itself really well to a 2D game. But nothing would have, if it weren't for sort of the battle of egos between Jake and myself, this game would not look nearly as good as it does. I'll just, you know, quietly laser myself here. So there we go. I have gotten both gems here. Spoilers. If you
True
want to
story, I have no idea what's happening. Tell me the puzzles Naomi and I are going to play aren't going to be this tough.
That will not be nearly this
Okay,
tough,
good, because
but-
I have no idea what you're doing.
But yeah, we want to make sure that people get to see kind of, you know, what they have in store for themselves as stuff goes on.
Sure,
and these
sure.
puzzles are, you know, I can blast them a little bit, but you get to see kind of how these blocks interact. These blocks are bridges. They need to be between blocks or they'll fall.
Mm-hmm.
You've got crates, you've got things that fall, that don't fall, and you've got a lot of unexplained stuff like, you know, why there's an air conditioning vent down here. I skipped over most of the story stuff in the interest of spoilers, but a lot of the stuff that you see here that kind of goes unexplained, like the why is this stuff brick, I'm kind of obsessive about making sure that people's questions have an answer somewhere.
Well, it's nice to see games like Full Bore taking on the real questions of story and continuity.
Yeah, it's
Well,
important.
we try and do as much environmental storytelling as we can, just because that's our main, you know, medium of what we can show in the game.
Gotcha.
Text is sort of clunky as far as story goes. There is a lot of text in the game, but it's optional.
Yeah, we're pretty sensitive to sort of conventions,
Sure.
and we do make an effort to really question why things are the way they are. I just found that for the first time.
Really?
Yeah,
You make the game!
I've made the game, but I've not. I'm the programmer, man. I am the man behind the curtain. So
Okay.
some of this stuff is entirely new to me.
Yeah, Jake likes to hide stuff.
Yeah,
That's all, yes.
there's a lot of stuff. I got to hide one thing from Jake in this game. I'm not sure if he's found it yet.
Well, don't tell him here.
I will not tell him where it is.
All right. Well,
so
is it
going
about
back in
time for me and Naomi to face off?
Yeah, you two are welcome to face off. Here's a brief look at the temple area.
This
someplace.
is pretty. You know what I like
about?
about this? The normal mapping.
Oh man, I cannot talk about normal mapping enough.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, this is part 1. Now you understand what full bore is. You're going through, you're collecting these things, you're doing the puzzles, different environments. Now myself is going to take on Naomi's self. We're going to see what's happening. For everything about full bore and other video games, keep it here on IGN.